What's poppin' and welcome back to a brand new video. Today is Friday evening. I have like 2.5 weeks of paid time off, which means that I've been on an absolute bender, haven't really done much work at all, but I guess that's kind of what vacations are for, right? So now I'm all refreshed, feeling all good, starting my full-time job again on Monday next week, and then I'm gonna try to get some stuff done for Wonder Sagas over this weekend. And we have one big milestone that we're gonna accomplish now. We're gonna release an Android version. We have a few things which we need to sort out. For example, now there's a possibility to sign in with Apple or sign up with Apple. And that shouldn't really be shown if we're on an Android device, since they won't be able to sign up. That will just throw a glitch, I think. We need to add some logic that will check if the device that the user is on is Android or iOS. If it's iOS, we should show that whole sign in with Apple. If it's Android, we should only show sign in with Google. So we need to sort that out. And then also we need to set up the whole product and payments for Google Pay, because right now we have Apple Pay, so you can subscribe with your Apple account, but we also need to have the same thing for Google in order to launch that on Android. I think today we're only gonna try to get done the whole layout part, so showing the either sign in or sign up with Apple, as well as some other minor details depending on if you're Android or iOS. And then tomorrow we're gonna sort that whole payments out, and then after that we're gonna try to launch the version on Android or the Google Play Store. With that said, let's get into the video, let's get coding.
What I started off with was just a simple differentiator to determine, okay, if I'm on Android, then I'm not gonna show the sign in with Apple. If I'm on iOS, then I'm gonna show the sign in with Apple. There was actually a built-in plugin that I could use for this, but just used to check the device that I'm on. And then it was quite a simple logic just to show that button or not show that button. But for some reason I hadn't coded for a while, so I couldn't really figure it out to begin with. But after some Stack Overflow and some of that classic Googling, then I managed to figure it out. And now it's all good, and it will be different depending if you're Android or you're on iOS.
Okay, so it was a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be to do all of this logic stuff, and maybe it's just me being a bit rusty, but I managed to figure it out at the end. So here we have two devices. The one to the right is Android, the one to the left is iPhone. We have the exact same whole flow, all of that looking very good. But let's get started on both of them. So here we have the sign in, sign up page. If I press sign in on the iPhone and sign in on the Android device, we can see that on the iPhone we can sign in with Apple. On the Android device, only sign in with Google as possible. If we go back, we press sign up, we have the exact same thing. Sign up with Apple is possible on the iPhone, but not on the Android. So that is perfect. I'm really happy about that. That's gonna make it so much better on the Android experience, and I'm quite happy with how it looks as well. Like, Flutter is so good, you don't really need to do much refactoring or anything like that. It just adapts it for Android perfectly. So what's left to do now is for us to add the whole product package and all of that to the Google Play Store, so that people can actually subscribe via the Google Play Store. We have done that for Apple already, but now we just need to add that for Google. It's 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, so I think I'm gonna go to the gym, then I'm gonna come back and do this. So let's get to it.
Just one glass in, you're already on my mind. When it gets late, I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about me tonight? It's no secret, all my friends already know. There's no reason.
So first I started off by prepping the Android version, and basically what I need to do here is just make sure that I have all the names and all the logos, etc. correct on the Android version as well, and not just the iOS. And then I had to make some basic changes to the version that I have and all of that. So I did all of that, set all of that up in the app. That's basically stuff you do in the code. And then the second part of it is where you set up the Google Play Store. And this is where you add your product, for example, you add your listing, you add your screenshots, your images, so that people can see your nice app in action. And then you submit it for testing.
Okay, so what I have done now is that I have essentially uploaded all the stuff to the Google Play Store, so we can do an alpha test on Google. We're not really going to do a whole alpha test since we know the app and all that works. We just need to test the payments on Google. However, in the revenue cat, it takes up to 36 hours before the whole connection is live or whatever. I'm not sure how that works. So we need to wait for another 36 hours, then we can test it. I guess for me it will be 36 hours of waiting. For you it will just be a snap. Okay, hopefully I did that transition right. I have no clue because this is about 2 weeks later. I've submitted the Android app to Google and they just rejected. Let me show you why. Subscription, you get this thing that you have like no plans found. So you get this screen that says no plans found, we can't subscribe to your app. Oh well. So I thought, okay, let's get to fixing this. Here's the issue. The Android phone, this Samsung, which I'm meant to be using to test this stuff, is dead. Like, this doesn't turn on, it is dead. This, people, is why you don't buy an Android. I think we're doing, so basically what we're doing now, we have to fix the code. We won't be able to see if it actually works or not, because the emulator we're using on the computer doesn't really have any, you can't make purchases on the emulator. So we're gonna need to try some code, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then, you know, we'll take it from there, I guess. But see if we can fix it without looking. Basically, this is a blind fix. We're gonna try to fix some code, but we can't test it, and then we're gonna see if it goes through. So let's do that and submit it to Google one more time.
1 week later.
What's poppin'? It's about a week later. I managed to solve the whole payment issue on Android, so that works fine. But of course, I've managed to introduce a new error, which kind of screws up the whole Google sign-in. Let me show you why. Here we have the standard screen. You have this saying, "Hey Herman, you know, we have my first name, my last name, etc." If I then press log out, and then I need to sign in one more time, and I press sign in with Google, and now I'm using this account, it will actually overwrite all of that information. So it works, and I sign in and all of that, but I end up overwriting all of the information. So I remove my first name, remove my last name, etc. So yeah, that's what we're gonna fix now. It's about 10:20 on a Thursday evening here in Stockholm, Sweden. So I'm gonna take like an hour or two, see if I can figure this out, and if not, we'll just have to give up and come again, right?
The next day.
Whatever you do, people, don't build an app. It's like 12, 16. I've been going for like 2 hours, and I've kind of solved it, but I haven't really solved it. I've added some ugly workarounds that you're not really supposed to do in like the coding world, where it's like you take the error, and then if there is a specific error, you just bypass it, which is what I'm doing essentially. And it works like 99% of the time, but sometimes it overwrites past data. I'm not really sure why. But tomorrow's Friday, I'm not doing anything. I have the whole evening, so we're gonna see if we can solve it fully then. Now I'm gonna go hit the bed because I have a whole day of work tomorrow, and then I'm gonna try to finish this in the evening. So see you then.
Friday came and I actually managed to solve most of my errors. So I managed to fix the whole Google thing. You can either sign in and sign up with Google depending if you're Android or if you're Apple. I think in most times. Again, my Android simulator is broken, so I can't really test it, but I think it seems to work now, and I don't really get any error messages that indicate that it wouldn't. So I guess we'll have to test it when it goes on the store, and then if it works, it works. If it works, if it doesn't work, then we'll have to change it up again, obviously. So what I did then was I had to make an update for the iOS version to fix the whole Google sign-in issue, and then I also had to apply all of the stuff to the Android issue and upload that to the Google Play Store, which is what I did. So that is now in production, waiting to be reviewed, and after that has been approved, it will be available on the Google Play Store. Ladies and gentlemen, exciting times.
Okay, as you saw, I just uploaded the Android app to Google Play, so now they gotta do their whole thing. They gotta review the app, make sure that there's nothing stupid on there, make sure that it works, etc. But they've already approved the app one time, the beta version, so there shouldn't be any problem at all for Google to approve this final version as well. I also had to update the iOS version a little bit because there was some trouble with the whole Google sign-in. I broke that too when I tried to fix the Android, so it is done now though, so now it should work pretty well. It's working like 99% of the cases, but sometimes I have this weird bug where it deletes and overwrites your surname. I'm not sure why. Maybe it depends on how long your surname is. But yeah, that's it. Android versions should be on the market on the Play Store when you're watching this video, so it's gonna be down below in the link. I haven't been recording that much of this process. I don't know, I've been sloppy with recording. I think it's fun recording. Like, I realize now that when I'm documenting all this, like, I enjoy this. I enjoy the process. So I'm not sure why I haven't documented enough of this. But now, from now on, we have like influencer marketing campaigns. We have some App Store, Google Play ads, etc. We're gonna get people to download this app. We have some new cool features that we're gonna work on. So we're definitely going to want to document this going forward. So therefore, hit the subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell so you're notified when these videos come up, so you can follow along on this journey. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and if you watched all the way till the end. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.